How a small habit changed my life forever, consistently. That night, I made a very small decision, not a big promise, not a life-changing goal, just one small habit. I decided that every day, no matter how busy or tired I was, I would spend 10 minutes improving myself. Only 10 minutes. The next morning, I didn't feel motivated, I didn't feel confident, but I still did it. Some days, those 10 minutes felt boring. Some days, I wanted to skip them, but I kept going. Days turned into weeks, weeks turned into months. Something strange started happening. I began to feel proud of myself. For the first time, I was keeping a promise, not to others, but to myself. That small habit changed the way I saw life. I realized discipline is not about motivation, it's about showing up even when you don't feel like it. Slowly, my confidence grew. My mindset changed. I stopped waiting for the perfect moment. I understood something powerful. Small actions done daily are stronger than big actions done once. That one habit led to another. I started reading more. I started learning new skills. I started believing in myself. My life didn't change overnight. But one day, I looked back and realized I was no longer the same person, all because of one small habit. And that's when I learned the biggest lesson of my life. You don't need a big start to change your life. You just need a small habit and the courage to repeat it every day. I began to notice changes not just in my routine, but in my thinking. Earlier, I used to doubt myself all the time. I thought I wasn't smart enough, strong enough, or capable enough. But that small habit slowly silenced those negative thoughts. Every day I showed up, even for just 10 minutes. I proved to myself that I could be consistent. That consistency created trust, and that trust turned into confidence. I stopped comparing my journey with others. I understood that everyone moves at their own pace. What mattered was not speed, but direction. Some days were still hard. Some days I failed. But the difference was, I didn't quit anymore. Before, one bad day was enough to stop me. Now, one bad day became just one bad day, not a bad life. That small habit taught me patience. It taught me that progress is often invisible in the beginning. But if you keep going, results will always follow. Slowly, opportunities started appearing. People began to notice my growth. Not because I was loud, but because I was consistent. I learned that success doesn't arrive with noise. It comes quietly, built through daily effort. The habit that once felt too small to matter became the foundation of everything I achieved later. And the most beautiful part was this. I didn't feel afraid of the future anymore, because now I knew something important. If I could change my life with one small habit, I could face any challenge one step at a time. I started waking up with a different feeling inside me. It wasn't excitement, it wasn't motivation, it was certainty. The certainty that no matter how the day went, I would not break my habit. That small daily action became my anchor. When life felt confusing, it kept me grounded. When I felt lost, it gave me direction. I stopped chasing instant results. I stopped expecting miracles. I focused only on one thing, showing up today.
And surprisingly, that was enough. The habit changed how I handled failure. Instead of feeling ashamed, I learned from it. Instead of giving up, I adjusted and continued. I realized something important. Failure is not the opposite of success. Quitting is. As time passed, my inner voice changed. It became kinder. It became stronger. I no longer said, "I can't do this." I said, "I'm learning." I no longer feared slow progress. I feared stopping. That small habit gave me self-respect, and self-respect changed everything. I began setting higher standards for myself, not because I wanted to impress others, but because I didn't want to disappoint myself. One small habit taught me a lifelong truth. Your future is created by what you do repeatedly, not by what you do occasionally. With time, I began to understand myself better. I noticed how my energy changed when I stayed consistent. I felt lighter, more focused, more in control. Earlier, I used to blame circumstances. I blamed time, people, and luck. But that small habit showed me the truth. I was not lacking opportunity. I was lacking consistency. Once I accepted that, everything shifted. I stopped waiting for someone to push me. I became my own motivation, my own support system. The habit became a mirror. Every day it showed me who I really was, not who I pretended to be. There were days when nobody encouraged me. Nobody noticed my effort. But I still continued, because I wasn't doing it for applause anymore. I was doing it for growth. Slowly, discipline replaced excuses, focus replaced fear, and action replaced overthinking. That small habit gave me clarity. It helped me understand my priorities. It taught me what truly matters. I learned that confidence is not loud. It is quiet, steady, and unshakable. And the strongest people are not those who never fall, but those who rise quietly every single day. As the months passed, I barely recognized the person I used to be. Not because my life became perfect, but because my mindset became stronger. I no longer searched for shortcuts. I no longer feared slow progress. I trusted the process. That small habit taught me responsibility. It showed me that my life was in my hands, not tomorrow, not someday, but today. I understood that change doesn't come from dramatic decisions. It comes from quiet choices made every single day. The habit that once felt too small to matter became the reason I believed in myself. It didn't just improve my routine, it reshaped my identity. I was no longer someone who wanted to change. I became someone who did. And now, when I look back, I smile, not because the journey was easy, but because I didn't give up. All it took was one small habit, one simple decision, one daily promise. That habit changed my life forever. And if it can change mine, it can change yours too. Because big transformations don't start with big actions. They start with small habits, repeated daily.